ba na napakaraming tao ngayon sa Pilipinas ang gustong maging government employees? Let's find out why we are being invaded by those in private sector. Come and join me as we walk through to discover the excellent and different benefits that the government employees are receiving. Number one is the job security. We are governed by the civil service rules and regulations, and we can only be dismissed for a cause. And of course, we have the right for due process. Hindi po tayo basta-bastang tatanggalin. Dapat po dadaan ito sa proseso at pag napatunayan, doon po tayo matatanggal. Pero wag naman po, mahalin po natin ang ating trabaho. Number two is the competitive compensation sa pamagitan po ng salaries, bonus, allowances, and other benefits. Ang mga medical sectors po natin ay nakakatanggap ng maraming benefits. Dapat lang din po dahil sila po ay ating mga frontliners. Number two is the education and training benefits. We are given an opportunity to develop ourselves and for our career advancement. Ito po ay magagamit natin pag tayo ay nagpapapromote or kahit na lang po for our self-growth. Number four is the health and insurance benefit sa pamagitan po ng GSIS, ECC, and other government providers. Number five is the retirement benefits. We government employees are receiving these kind of benefits mandated by law, like lump sum, monthly pension, and other benefits. Number six is the generous leave benefits, which we are going to discuss today. So sit back, relax, and get ready. Today, I will be going to discuss the Rule 16 of the Omnibus Rules and Implementing Book 5 of Executive Order Number 292 in a hard-lighted manner. Although we are not expert on the law, we can both learn from this seminar. For more in-depth discussion, please refer to the references provided for each topic. Okay? Remember, public service is not just a job. It's an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. Let's find out. Next. Okay, Rule 16 of the Omnibus Rules and Implementing Book 5 of Executive Order Number 292, Leave of Absence, Seminar on Leave Benefits. Leave benefits refer to the time off from work that an employee is entitled to, as well as the pay and other compensations that an employee receives while on leave. O, pag nag-leave tayo, may corresponding pa rin pong salary, whether permanent ka, temporary, or casual. An employee will earn 30 days of leave per year. VL, which is vacation leave, 15 days, and SL, 15 days. In a semester po, 7.5 VL, 7.5 SL. The same as the other semester. So, for twice semester, you will receive 30 days. Your leave credits are cumulative. Any part thereof which may not be taken within the calendar year may be carried over to the succeeding years. Ngayon po, nung taon na to, hindi ka nag-leave, so marami kang naipon. Ito po ay i-add, idadagdag po ito sa following year. Okay po, next. Number 1 sa ating leave benefits, the vacation leave. Section 51, Rule 16 refers to the leave of absence granted to officials and employees for personal reasons, the approval of which is contingent upon the necessity of the service. Discretion po ito ng immediate supervisor or ng head of agency kung ikaw po ay papayagan. kung hindi ka kailangan sa inyong office or sa lalo na kung nasa operation kayo, magpapaalam po kayo. Depende po pa rin, discretion nga po ng inyong immediate or head of department. All application for vacation leave of absence for 1 full day or more shall be submitted to the prescribed form for action by the proper head of agency 5 days in advance, whenever possible, of the effective date of such leave. So, kaya po 5 days, any leave po pag VL to give ample time doon sa ating immediate supervisor na magkaroon ng replacement or para po hindi ma-hamper ang operation. Meron din po tayong policy sa ating opisina na kung absent ka, you have to inform your immediate supervisor. Okay po? Requirements. 1 to 5 days. No need to fill up the permission to go on VL form, but should always be filed 1 week before the scheduled date if within the Philippines. So, 1 to 5 nga po, advance filing for vacation leave. For 6 to 29 days, attach approved personal letter employee and permission to go on VL form. Reasons for applying VL should always be specific. For 30 days, to be filed 1 month if within the Philippines. Approval, approved personal letter and letter of request form to go on VL, noted by the immediate supervisor, chief NSO if you belong to NSO, chief COC if you are from medical, admin chief, and approved by our IC hospital director. Attach the duly approved leave application form, GovMC office clearance, City Legal Office clearance, City Prosecutor's Office clearance, CGS clearance. Okay, next. Next. Wala po sa ko ilalagay yung picture. Okay. Vacation leave continuation. Upon return, secure certificate of good health from CCHEC and return to work order from the city personnel office. For travel abroad, should be filed at least 1 to 2 months in advance of the scheduled date, attached in 2 sets. Approved personal letter of employee. Reasons for applying should always be specific. Okay? Approved personal letter of employee. Reasons for applying VL should always be specific. Permission to go on VL form. GovMC office clearance, CTO clearance, City Accountant's Office clearance, City Legal Office clearance, City Prosecutor's Office clearance, clearance from CGSO, certificate affidavit of no administrative case or charge to be endorsed to the City Personnel Office for issuance of travel authority. CGEC requirements, physical examination to go to ensure physical fitness upon return. For more info, sa vacation leave po tayo, we are deducting the tardiness and undertime sa ating VL. Also, the emergency leave. Okay? Next. Mandatory forced leave. All officials and employees with 10 days or more vacation leave shall be required to go on vacation leave, whether continuous or intermittent, for a minimum of 5 working days annually. Mandatory annual 5 days vacation leave shall be forfeited if not taken during the year. However, in cases where the scheduled date leave has been cancelled in an exigency of the service by the head of the agency, the scheduled leave not enjoined shall no longer be deducted from the total accumulated vacation leave. Okay? Pag hindi po ito ginagamit or nakalimutan nyo pong i-file, ibabawas po ito sa inyong vacation leave. Kaya po, sinasabi nga po, must be filed 1 week in advance, including the request for disapproval of mandatory leave for exigency of the service. Kaya po, we are encouraging you to file your RFR starting November of the current year up to the first week of December. Okay? Note, scheduling of mandatory and other leave and any other leave from December 15 to January 5 shall not be allowed in consonance to the hospital's policy except in a meritorious cases. Okay po? So, kailangan po i-disapprove ninyo ang inyong RNR pag hindi po ito gagamitin. Wag na wag nyo pong hindi ipa-file. Sick leave refers to the leave of absence granted on account of sickness or disability on the part of the employee concerned or any members of his immediate family. Sino-sino po ba yung mga immediate families natin? Asawa, magulang, anak, brothers and sisters living under your roof. All application for sick leave of absence for 1 full day or more shall be made on a prescribed form and shall be filed immediately upon employee's return from such leave. Huwag niyo pong kalilimutan na i-file po agad para po hindi ito ma-disapprove. Notice of absence, however, should be sent to the immediate supervisor and or to the agency head. Ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na you have to inform your immediate supervisor to give them an ample time to adjust para po doon sa mag-take over ng inyong duty. Sick leave will be applied for in advance in cases where the official or employee will undergo medical examination or operation or advised to rest in view of ill health duly supported by a medical certificate. Note, in an ordinary sick leave already taken not exceeding 5 days, the head of department or agency concerned may duly determine whether or not granting of sick leave is proper under circumstances. In case of doubt, a medical certificate may be required. Kaya po, yung mga immediate supervisor nyo, kung talagang doubt po sila, kahit 1 day lang po yan, pwede po kayong hingan ng medical certificate. Kasi po, maaring doubt sila sa inyong file. Ang sabi nyo, kayo ay may sakit, pero nakita kayo sa isang party. Very, very contradicting. Okay? Sa CSC, MC number 17, series of 2010, unauthorized absences exceeding the allowable 2.5 monthly leave credits under the leave law for at least 3 months in a semester or at least 3 consecutive months during the year shall be considered habitually absent. Okay po? And then sa Section 63 naman, any official or employee who is continuously absent without approved leave for at least 30 working days shall be considered absent without official leave. Shall be separated from the service or dropped from the rolls without prior notice. Ito po yung mga unauthorized natin. Bigla na lang nawala. Okay? Official or employee concerned has established a scheme circumvent the rule by incurring substantial absences through though less than 30 days, 3 times in a semester, such that a pattern is already apparent. Hindi nga po siya 30 days, pero 3 times naman in a semester, lagi pong absent na less than 30. Dropping from the role without notice may likewise be justified. So yung may mga pattern po dyan ng mga absences, pwede pong ma-drop from the rules. Okay? Ito po yung mga reasons for disapproval of leave. Fail to inform the immediate supervisor without medical certificate. Late filing. Okay po? So, as much as possible, iwasan po natin yung mga reasons for disapproval. Requirements. If 3 days or more, attach medical certificate to be noted by Dr. Ancheta, our Chief COC, and Dr. Naranhilia, our medical specialist. For more than 5 days, medical certificate with documentary stamp to be noted by the CJEC plus 2 photocopies after notation. Okay? Continuation. For sick leave pa rin po ito. For absences less than 10 days, duly approved leave application form and medical certificate with documentary stamp. For absences more than 10 days, duly approved leave application form, duly accomplished medical certificate indicating the number of calendar days commensurate to the illness. Dapat po specific ang date. Updated laboratory procedures and results, certificate of hospital confinement if applicable, clinical abstract if applicable, histopathological report if applicable, fit to work certificate from attending physician, other documents needed to support the illness. Note, more than 15 days were certificate of good health from CJEC and return to work order from the city personnel office. If 30 days, attach medical certificate with documentary stamp with fit to work and government office clearance, CTO clearance, certificate of good health, and return to work order from the city personnel office. Okay po, clear po yung ating mga requirements for sick leave. Beyond that, pag nagpunta na po kayo sa CJEC at mahingin sila, you need to provide. Okay? It's because it's beyond our control na po kung ano po ang kanilang hihingin. Special privilege leave. A type of leave granted for 3 days in addition to leave entitlement. Maximum of 3 days in a year can be filed before if reason is birthday, anniversary, death anniversary, or after return to work if reason is filial obligation or emergency. Filial obligation refers to moral obligation towards his parents and siblings for their medical needs and social needs. Domestic emergency, sudden urgent repair of needed at home, sudden absence of your yaya, or personal transaction. Pwede po yun. Mapuputulan na kayo ng kuryente, kailangan na go po. Kaya lang po, upon return to work, ang pagpa-file. Not to be deducted in the leave credits requirements, duly approved leave application form. Next. Maternity leave. Ito na po, before po kasi 60 days lang. Ito na po ang 105-day expanded maternity leave law. RA number 11210. This type of leave covers female workers both in private and public sector. Grants 105 days maternity leave with full pay regardless of civil status, and legitimacy of the child, employment status, length of service, and mode of child's delivery in every instance of pregnancy, with an option to extend for an additional 30 days without pay in case of live childbirth. So may option pa po kayo na 30 days without pay. Sayang naman, 105 days na po yan. Enough na para makabanding ang inyong baby. Pero, discretion nyo po yun. Kung kukunin nyo pa rin po yung without pay, it's still up to you. This also grants an additional 15 days with full pay in case the female employee qualifies as a solo parent under RA 8972. Okay, may additional ka pa na if solo parent ka. In cases of miscarriage or emergency termination of pregnancy, 60 days maternity leave with full pay shall be granted. Okay, may 60 days po na i-grant sa inyo yung mga miscarriage. The IRR likewise provides for allocation of up to 7 days of said benefits to the child's father or alternate caregiver at the option of the female employee. So, yung employee pwede po mag-allocate ng 7 days sa kanyang asawa kahit hindi po ito kasal. Pwede niya pong ibigay ang 7 days or sa mag-aalaga na employer rin po. Pwede po. Okay? This is over and above that which is provided under RA 8187 known as Paternity Leave Act of 1996. Okay? Next. Continuation. Requirements. Attach duly approved leave application form, GovMC office clearance, CTO clearance, CSC form 41, medical certificate with fit to work, and CJ clearance. To summarize, pregnant women who reach preterm to a live baby, 105 days. Pregnant women with IUFD or miscarriage at any point in pregnancy, 60 days. 100 days, 105 days including Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. Again, not to be deducted in the leave credits. To be endorsed to the City Personnel Office for return to work order. Okay po, yan po ang expanded maternity leave. Next. Magna Carta for Women, RA 9710. Okay? Any qualified female public sector employees who have undergone surgery caused by gynecological disorder. Women employees should have rendered at least 6 months aggregate service in a various government agency for the last 12 months prior to undergoing surgery for gynecological disorder. Okay? Non-pregnant women with endometrial pathology who undergo dilation and curettage, 14 days. Minor gynecological surgical intervention, maximum period of recuperation of 2 weeks. Major gynecological surgical intervention, minimum period of recuperation of 3 weeks up to 2 months. 2 months lang po ang allowable in a year. Tanong, gusto ko pa po mag-extend, hindi ko pa po kayang pumasok. 2 months or upon the discretion of the attending physician. Ito po ang sagot. Early credits may be used for preparatory procedure and or confinement prior to the surgery. Moreover, should the period recuperation after the surgery exceed 2 months, the female employee may use her earned sick leave credits for the same or exhausted the vacation leave. So may option po kayo kung ano ang inyong gagamitin. Next, Magna Carta still, that is only 2 months. Nagkamali lang po, tayo po. including Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, not to be deducted in the leave credits. Requirements: duly approved leave application form, medical certificate with documentary stamp, and should always be noted by the CJ with fit to work, clinical abstract and histopathological report, surgical operation for gynecological disorder. Together with the GovMC office clearance, service record, city treasurer's office clearance, city accountant's office clearance, to be endorsed to the city personnel office for return to work order. Okay po. Next. The 10-day VAUC RA 92, excuse me, 62, Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004. The following shall be entitled to a paid leave of absence not exceeding 10 days except provided under Section 43 of RA 9262. A. Any women employee in the government service, regardless of employment status, who is a victim of violence under Section 3 of the Act. Okay, lahat tayo ay entitled kung tayo po ay nakaranas nito. Any woman employee whose child is victim of violence as defined therein and whose age is below 18 and above 18 but unable to take care of himself or herself. Pagkailangan talaga tayo at nakadepende sila sa atin. 10 working days continuously or in an intermittent manner. Again, not to be deducted in the leave credits. Requirements: duly approved leave application form, barangay protection order, temporary permanent protection order, police report, and medical certificate. Other requirements may be required. Okay po. So far po, wala pa naman po sa ating nakakapag-file ng ganitong klaseng leave. Kasi as we go on, malalaman po natin ang iba't iba pang mga requirements na kakailanganan nito. Kaya nga po, other requirements may be necessary. Okay po. Next is the Paternity Leave Act of 1996. Every married male employee in the government, in the private and public sector, shall be entitled to a paternity leave of 7 days with full pay for the first 4 deliveries of the legitimate spouse with whom he is cohabiting. The male employee applying for paternity leave shall notify his employer of the pregnancy of his legitimate spouse and the expected date of such delivery. So you have to inform your immediate supervisor kung kailan po ang expected date ng panganganak ng inyong asawa. Either continuously or in an intermittent staggered manner, not to be deducted in the leave credits. Requirements: duly approved leave application form, medical certificate with documentary stamp should be noted by the CSC form number 41, child's birth certificate, marriage contract with registry number. Next. Rehabilitation leave, section 55. Applications of officials or employees for leave of absence on account of wounds or injuries incurred in the performance of duty. The head of department, agency concerned, shall direct the absence of the employees during his period of disability. Thus, occasion shall be full pay but not exceeding 6 months. Example, injuries from work-related accident or illnesses, injury sustained while in the performance of official duty, or traveling on official business. Okay? Requirements. duly approved leave application form, police clearance, incident report, justification of the immediate supervisor, medical certificate with documentary stamp, must specify nature of injuries, course of treatment, and the need to undergo rehabilitation should be noted by the CJ. Rehabilitation again is just a continuation. GovMC office clearance, city treasurer's office clearance, city accountant's office clearance, updated laboratory procedure and results, recommendation of attending physician, rehabilitation therapy, fit to work certificate issued by the attending physician, not to be deducted in the leave credit. So far po, meron na po sa ating avail nito at nirequire po siya na talagang nag-undergo siya ng rehabilitation duly certified by his immediate physician. Okay, next. Solo Parent Leave, RA 8972. Type of leave intended to provide solo parent with time off to attend to the needs of their children below 18 years of age or 18 and above, but are incapable of self-support or mentally and or physically challenged. Yung mga physically challenged po dyan na mga anak natin na kailangan tayo. Okay po? Maximum of 7 working days per year continuously or in an intermittent manner. Should be filed in advance except in case of emergency. Not to be deducted in the leave credits. Who will qualify for the solo parent? Yung victim of rape, death of spouse, imprisonment of spouse, legal separation from spouse, nullity or annulment, abandonment of spouse, unmarried father or mother, family member who assumes parental role due to the death or abandonment of spouse. Requirements: duly accomplished leave application form, birth certificate, solo parent ID, and take note, must be renewed yearly. Okay? Quarantine leave. Ito yung leave na pinakaayaw natin. Lalo na nung panahon ng pandemic. Alam niyo po yun kung bakit. Leave of absence from duty by reason of the presence of COVID-19 or an infectious disease in the family or household. Requirements: approved QL, day 1 swab date if asymptomatic, day 1 onset of symptom if symptomatic, medical certificate with documentary stamp, RAT or RT-PCR result, Mayo certificate of result, note indicate the inclusive date of quarantine, for 4, 5, and 6, birth monitoring, barangay certificate of completion of mandatory days of quarantine indicating covered days, recovery certificate from health center, not to be deducted in the leave credits. Continuation, hospital or facility admission requirements. Approved QL, day 1 swab date of if asymptomatic, day 2 onset of symptom if symptomatic, medical certificate with documentary stamp and should be noted by CJ. RAT or RT-PCR result, Mayo certificate, certification of results, clinical abstract from health facility, clinical recovery certificate from hospital facility, birth monitoring and barangay certification of days of quarantine prior to or after admission to facility if applicable. Again, not to be deducted in the leave credits. Ito po yung noon yung gulong-gulo tayo dahil paiba-iba po ng mga requirements every now and then kasi nga po first time nating nakaranas ng pandemya. But still, we are strong and standing still as a government employees and as a frontliner dahil po mahal po natin ang ating trabaho. Okay, next. Study leave, Section 68. Study leave is time off from work not exceeding 6 months with pay for qualified officials and employees to help them prepare for their bar or board examination or complete their master's degree. For completion of master's degree, the study leave should not exceed for 4 months. Very strict po sila rito. Kailangan lang po to complete your bachelor's and master's degree. Hindi po dito ina-allow yung mga fellowship or mga fellow. Okay po? Requirements. Approved letter request of employee, duly approved leave application form, updated personal data sheet, transcript of records, have rendered 2 years in service on a permanent position, very satisfactory for the rating period, must have the bachelor's degree that requires passing of the bar or board licensure examination. Napakarami po nitong requirements. Continuation, the profession or field of study to be pursued must be relevant to the agency's mandate or to the studies and responsibilities of the concerned employees or employee as determined by the agency head. Certification of the current foreign or local scholarship grant. Certification of the pending administrative and or criminal charges. GovMC office clearance, service records, purpose study leave, city treasurer's office clearance, city accountant's office clearance, city legal office clearance, city prosecutor's office clearance, not to be deducted in the leave credits to be endorsed to the city personnel office. Okay? Overwhelmed na ba sa ating mga benefits? Diba? Napakarami. Kaya nakikita niyo na kung bakit gusto nilang magtawid bakod. Special Emergency Calamity Leave. Type of leave intended for employees with time off to attend to emergency situations such as natural disaster or other calamities that may affect their families or communities. Ito po yung hindi natin kagustuhan dahil natural disaster po ito. 5 days calamity leave shall be granted to government employees directly affected by the natural calamity or disaster. Directly po affected. Must be availed within 30 days from the first day of calamity declaration. So, yan po, 30 days from the first day of calamity declaration. Not to be deducted in the leave credits. Paulit-ulit tayo, not to be deduct. Napakarami po ng i-deduct sa atin na leave. Requirements, approved leave application form, resolution from local government, barangay certification, other proofs may be necessary. Okay po. Next. Adoption leave, RA number 8552. Makampal po ito, excerpt lang po ang aking kinuha. In 2021, the CSC issued resolution number 210020 to amend the Omnibus Rules on Leave, CSC Memorandum Circular number 41, series of 1998. As amended, allowing qualified adoptive parents in the government service to avail of a 60-day adoption leave. Said issuance is pursuant to Republic Act number 8552 or the Domestic Adoption Act of 1998. Section 20 of the resolution specifically provides that a qualified female employee or a single male employee may avail of adoption leave of 60 days with full pay. which leave shall be enjoyed in a continuous or and uninterrupted manner. Meanwhile, the legitimate male spouse to the female employee entitled to adoption leave can also avail of adoption leave of 7 days with full pay in consonance with RA number 8187, which shall likewise be enjoyed in a continuous or in an intermittent manner. Intermittent manner. Okay? So, pwede mag-avail ang asawa ng employee ng 7 days. Continuation, the adoption leave must be availed in a continuous and uninterrupted manner as it is intended to provide an opportunity for the prospective adoptee and the adoptive parents to develop bonding similar to that between a child and her biological parents. So, bonding moment nilang mag-ina, mag-ama, or as a family, kaya 60 days. Not to be deducted in the leave credits. Requirements, duly approved leave application form, intent notice, or letter to the employer, proof to be the adoptive parent, proof of adoption, GovMC office clearance, city treasurer's office clearance, and city accountant's office clearance, city legal office clearance, city prosecutor office clearance, city general service office clearance. Other requirements may be necessary. So far po, wala pa sa ages natin na nakapag-avail nito. As I've said earlier po, pag may nag-file sa atin, doon po natin malalaman yung how to process this kind of leave and other requirements pang nire-require nila. Okay? Okay, the most awaited part of being in a government after several years of service, we are entitled for terminal leave, section 37. Any official employee of the government who retires, voluntarily resigns, shall be entitled to the commutation of his leave credits exclusive of Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays without limitation and regardless of the period when the credits were earned. Napakaswerte po talaga ng mga masisipag na nakapag-invoke or nakakuha sila ng malaki or naipon nila ang kanilang leave dahil malaki po ang kanilang makukuha. Of course, inaanuhan lang po ito ng government, tinutumbasan kung gaano kayo kasipag. Kaya dapat po sipagan pa natin at lalong-lalo nang mahalin ang ating trabaho. Requirements, 2 copies each. Duly approved letter of the employee, duly approved leave application form, service record, GovMC office clearance, City Treasurer's Office Clearance and City Accountant's Office Clearance, City Legal Office Clearance, City Prosecutor's Office Clearance, City General Service Office Clearance. Continuation, updated notarized statement of assets and liabilities, acceptance of resignation, including yung exit interview, original leave credits, exit interview po applicable sa resigned employee, original copy of leave credits, recomputation of leave credits from the City Personnel Office, clearances from GSIS, Land Bank, DBP, and Veterans Bank. Kahit po wala kayong mga utang dyan, you need to attach the clearances to process po ang inyong terminal leave. 2 valid government IDs. Additional requirements in case of death of claimant. Death certificate authenticated by the PSA, marriage certificate authenticated by the PSA, birth certificate of all surviving heirs, authenticated by PSA, designation of next of kin, waiver of rights of children 18 years and 18 years old and above. Leave application process ng opisina, employees signed leave application form to attach the complete documents dahil hindi po kami tatanggap ng hindi kompleto. To be signed by the immediate supervisor and chief of division. Kung NSO kayo, sa NSO chief, and then pag medical, sa medical. Okay po. Personal sec to be submitted to the personal section for leave credits computation and for initial signature. To be submitted once na nasa personal na po, to be submitted to the Central Administrative Office for signature of the Chief Administrative Officer. Finally, to the Office of the OIC Hospital Director for final approval. And then, ang last po is sa aming personal section for release to the City Personnel Office and or to CJEC. Note, for CJEC, employee must bring her leave documents personally to the City Government Employees Clinic or CJEC for evaluation and issuance of certificate of good health. Bakit po kayo? Natural po, leave nyo po yun at kailangan po personally nyo dadalhin for them to evaluate at makikita kung ano kulang kayo nang po mismo ang makakapag-explain. At sa inyo po, malalaman nyo po kung ano pa ang needed requirements para po expedite yung inyong leave. Mahirap po yung pasa-pasa, makikipake. Not unlike na personal na po ninyong direct from the horse's mouth na maririnig kung ano ang extra requirements na nire-require sa inyo. Okay po. Up, arrow down. Thank you for taking the time to attend this seminar. We do hope you have gained valuable knowledge and insight that will be of use to you. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig ng ating seminar for today. Hoping po na meron pa po tayong mga susunod na ganitong kaalaman at nais ko rin po kayong imbitahan na tayo po ay patuloy na makinig para po sa ating personal development or enhancement. Okay po? Mag-subscribe po kung gusto nyo para malaman yung mga iba't ibang i-upload na related po sa ating work. Maraming salamat po ulit and God bless.